Welcome back aspirants on MacTech 40, and today is the lecture 3 of thermodynamics of previous year question solution of EAC. Okay, and today we will solve one EAC mains question of 2018. Okay, so this question you can say the thermodynamics portion as well as power plant. Okay, but for us section doesn't matter, the matter is solution. Okay, so let's start. But before we start, as usual, one non-technical question for you. After the commencement of the Government of India Act 1858, what was the name of the British Governor General of India? Okay. Option A, Governor General of India. Option B, Governor General of State. Option C, Viceroy of the State. So you have to answer me in the comment box. Okay. What was the name after the commencement of the Government of India Act 1858? So let's start. So today's question is of thermodynamics of 20 marks. Okay, and as you can see the data is quite long, the given data, but if you know how to draw the TS diagram and how to interpret TS diagram, and for that interpretation you need to first basic. Okay, so how to draw TS diagram I will show you later, and from that TS diagram if you interpret what are the properties and where it properties are located on this by which point. Okay, so and that point correspond to steam table. If you find out the enthalpy, then you can easily solve this question. So first read the question and underline the important points. Economizer of a power plant boiler operating at 150 bar pressure, and one thing that you should know that the boiler is the heating in boiler is constant pressure. Okay, and receives 500 kg per second water from boiler feed pump. So that means the from feed pump water is coming, and the mass flow rate of the water is given as 500 kg per second. Okay, and specific enthalpy with 340 kilojoule per kg. That means the enthalpy of water at inlet of the economizer is given, and the steam that leaves the boiler, it has 550 degrees Celsius pressure and specific enthalpy 3448.6 kilojoule per kg, and the efficiency of the boiler is 90%, and calorific value of the coal is given to us 10,000 kilojoule per kg. So what you have to find out is the amount of heat added in economizer, evaporator and superheated, and that heat in percentage terms. Okay, in percentage fraction, that is economizer in all three sections of boiler, how much percentage of total heat is added in this three section, and rate of combustion of the coal. And also we have to plot on TS diagram, and the property table at 150 bar is given to us. So from this property table, that is saturation temperature is 324.24 degrees Celsius, and our superheated temperature, that means T soup, we can write. Okay, T soup is 550 degrees Celsius, and T saturation temperature is given to us 324.24 degrees Celsius. Okay, so first of all understand the TS diagram. Okay, so here water is a phase change. Okay, here water is first converted in liquid, then it is evaporated at constant pressure, and then it is superheated in vapor form. So and all these process are to be done at constant pressure. So first it is, suppose it is here, and it is heated to saturation point, then evaporated, then superheated. So this is the way how we can show this process. Okay, and this is the temperature of this is the saturation temperature. This is 324.24 degrees Celsius. Okay, and this is the final temperature, or we can say that superheated temperature that is given to us is 550 degrees Celsius. Okay, now we will mark this all the points as a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and just show the arrow so that we can easily understand in which direction process is going. Now you can see this 2 to 3, that means evaporation phase, the temperature also remains constant, 230 324.24 degrees Celsius. Now understand the basic components of the boiler. So the if we consider boiler as a whole, okay, this whole is a boiler, and so there are different sections. First is economizer, second is evaporator. I hope you have studied in power plant also. Okay, just I'm giving you quick idea. And this is superheater. These are the basic three components of boiler. Here water is entering, it is our state 1, and enthalpy is given to us. Then it is going to evaporator. Okay, this is known as our state 2, and from economizer, sorry, it is going to economizer, then evaporator. So at the end of evaporator it is known as condition number 3, and at 4 it is known as superheater. So at the end of boiler finally it will leave as a steam at state 4, as shown in TS diagram here. This is the fourth state. Okay, so this is a boiler, and these are the subcomponents of boiler. Now you can understand this, the 2 point, it is on saturated liquid line. Okay, so the enthalpy of liquid at saturation temperature minus this enthalpy given, or whatever the enthalpy supplied we are supplying, so this difference and multiply by with mass flow. Okay, so this will give us amount of heat that we have added in the economizer. Okay, then at constant pressure, what is the enthalpy is given as, just write down. Okay, so in economizer, so heat added in economizer is given as mass of water into H2 minus H1. Why H2 minus H1? Because at point 2 the saturation point will occur, and from that the steam, sorry, water, not steam because it's still in liquid phase, the water is going into the evaporator. Okay, so at point 2 what is the enthalpy? So at saturation temperature enthalpy of fluid, okay, here HF is 1610.5. It is 1610.5 minus initial enthalpy is given to us is 340 kilojoule per kg. This, all these are specific enthalpy. Okay, so we have to multiply with mass flow rate of water also. It is given as 500 kg per second. So when you add all this and multiply, you will find as a, the total amount of heat added is 635250 kilojoule. Okay, but for simplicity we can, we are writing in megajoule, 325 for 635.25 megajoule. So this much amount of heat is added in economizer. Just box it. So we are solving the first question. Okay, and in evaporator, the water will absorb only the latent heat. Okay, so heat added in evaporator is mass of the water, or you can say that steam, and into HFG, enthalpy of latent heat, or you can say that HL, but here in question it is given as HFG. Okay, I hope you understand this interpretation of this different symbols. So it is 1000. Okay, so mass of the water is what? And mass of water, that is 500 kilojoule into 1000. 500 mass of water is 500 kg per second. So when you convert this, so you will get 500 megajoule. Okay, so this much amount of heat is added. So Q in the evaporator section is also find out. Now the remaining section, and it is superheater. So in superheater, the temperature is changing. So what is the inlet of the superheater? That is the enthalpy at, it is Hg. Okay, so enthalpy is Hg, or enthalpy of vapor at saturation temperature. So this is the at condition number 3, and at the condition number 4, the temperature, sorry, enthalpy will be Hg plus Cp into delta T. Delta T is what? Difference between superheated temperature and saturation temperature. Okay, so when you take the difference, so this much amount of heat is given into the superheater. Okay, so just writing down the equation. So Q in superheater is given as mass of steam. Here you have to write steam because now water is converted into the steam, into Cp delta T. Why Cp delta T? I explained just few seconds ago. So if you are still doubt, then just go back after 10 or 20 seconds. Okay, so mass of steam is 500, no loss of water, and Cp of water is what? Cp of water is 4.187, because all this heating process is going at constant pressure. So it is 4.187, and temperature difference is what? 550 minus 324.24. So when you solve this, you will find in the superheater the amount of energy that is given is 472.63 megajoule. So this is the answer of your first question. The different how much amount of heat is added in all these three sections. Just now the remaining one all are easy. So first find out total heat. So total heat is find out by heat in a economizer plus heat in a evaporator plus heat supplied to superheater. Okay, or heat gain in the superheater, and it is equal to how much amount of heat is supplied in economizer, that is 635.25 megajoule, plus in economizer it is 500 megajoule, plus in superheater it is 472.63 megajoule. Okay, so when you add up all this, so you will find 1607.63 megajoule. Okay, 1607.63 total amount of heat. Now just divide all this heat by total heat, so you will find out the percentage. So this is the second question, answer of second question, that is percentage heat added in evaporator, sorry, economizer, that is 635.25 divided by 1607.63. So when you solve this in percentage, so you will find 39.5% of total heat is added in economizer. Next is percentage heat added in evaporator. So it is 500 upon total heat is 1607.68. Sorry, 88, not 68. It is 88. Sorry, it's my mistake. Yes, it's 0.88, not 63 here. It is 0.88. So here there is a change, not 88, it is 0.63, not 0.63, it is 0.88. Okay, but your answer will remain not very much change, so 39.5 or 39.6, whatever you can write. Okay, the final answer will not be get affected. So divided by 500 divided by total heat, so you will get 31%. Okay, so amount of heat added in evaporator is 31%. Now percentage heat added in superheater, that is 472.63 divided by total heat, that is 1607.88. So when you solve this, it is 29.5% of total heat. It is given to steam in the superheated region. So this is the final answer of second question. And third question. Third question is find the mass flow rate of the coal that we need in kg per second. Okay, the unit is also mentioned. So what is the efficiency means in general terms? It is output upon input. So here efficiency of boiler is given. That means output of the boiler is what? How much amount of heat is given to water. Okay, that means how much amount of heat is given to water to convert it into the steam. So the steam is output, and what is the input? Mass of coal into calorific value, how much coal burned. Okay, and how much amount of energy we have that by burning coal. Okay, so boiler efficiency is given as 0.9 or 90%. You can whatever you can write, and the total amount of heat is how much heat is added. We have already found out is 1607.88 upon mass of coal, and this is in megajoule, and calorific value it is given as 10,000 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so here we want to write in megajoule, so just 10 megajoule per kg we can write. And when you solve this in calculator, so you will find mass of coal that is required is 178.65 kg, 178.65 kg per second. Okay, yes, you heard right, 178 kg. So you can assume how much costly to produce 1 unit of electricity. So I want to give you a message: save electricity. Okay, I'm not telling you to just underutilize, but utilize how much you need, but don't waste it, because here you can see the by question that how much amount of heat is needed, how much amount of coal is needed per second. Okay, so you can uh, just take the assume you can assume that how much coal is consumed in a 1 day. Okay, and coal is a non-renewable, so that's why I want to say that save electricity and use whatever amount of you required. Okay, and if not required, then just switch off the lights and fans or and all other electric appliances. Okay, so this is all for today. If you have still any doubt, then you can ask in the comment section as well as in Facebook page also. And tomorrow we will meet with some new videos. Okay, till then, keep studying, stay focused.